What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's time for another episode of Second Saturday Stories. Now, I know this is technically late. I recorded this 3 times. Well, two, this being the third. So, my apologies for that. Kind of had some equipment issues, but we're getting all worked out, getting it fixed. So, hopefully, it shouldn't be a problem moving forward. So, today's story is going to be a pretty personal story. I guess every story is personal, right? So this story is going to be why I no longer wear sweatpants. Now, I currently got on some running pants because I'm about to go work out in a second. But primarily, I thought this would be a kind of fun story. I'd probably paint myself as an asshole, but that's fine. I feel like if you know me, you probably paint me as an asshole already. So let's go ahead and get into it. So at the time, to kind of paint the story a little bit, I'm 21, maybe 22. Just moved to Atlanta from New York. I was staying in Atlanta before, but I moved back down. So I got a little random job, and I started dating this girl. Damn, I guess I can't say her name, but I started dating this girl, and she went to Atlanta Christian College. Now, I think right now it's called Point University or something like that, but at the time, it's called Atlanta Christian College. So clearly she was going to be a freak. Something was going to be wrong with this girl. And so we're dating, and we've been dating for like maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks, something like that. Nothing crazy, not like a long relationship or anything like that. So anyway, she wanted to hang out one night, and like I said, I just got back, didn't have a bunch of money. So she was saying that we could hang on like their little campus that they had, and they had like this little lounge for the students to come in, like watch some TV, kind of sit back, a couple couches and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever, cool, we can do that. I didn't even have a car at the time, actually. I was probably maybe 2-3 months out from getting my second car. So yeah, I was like on the bus and stuff. So pretty young still trying to get everything figured out. I hadn't really gotten into my career field yet. So so she invites me over to this little area, and we're talking. And in the middle of us talking, before I ever get over there, she's like, yeah, just so you know, my best friend is gonna be coming as well, and I don't want you to look at her. And I thought that was a really weird request. Like, I've heard some pretty outlandish shit in my time, but that was the first time I ever heard someone warn me not to look at their friend. Like, that was just really odd. Like, I'm not gonna look at her. Like, I'm gonna do this shit the whole time. Like, I didn't get what she was saying. So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you don't want me to look at her? And she goes, yeah, well, she's incredibly beautiful, and I just don't want you looking at her because she, like, I don't look anything like her. Like, she's like incredibly beautiful. And I'm like, okay, I try to hit her with the smooth shit. Like, why would I look at her? Because I'm with you, and who could be more beautiful to you? Well, I was a fucking liar to myself and the universe, because this chick, her friend, was so fucking fine. I don't know what this chick was. Like, I don't know if she was black. She was apparently every race in one. Like, any feature you could want in a woman, this girl had. Like, it was crazy. So we meet up, and I get there, it's just me and her at first. She's like, yeah, my friend's pulling up right now. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, whatever. Not worry about it. She was like, yeah, just sit here, I'll go get her, I'll bring her back. So she comes back, and at first this like Asian dude walks through the door. I'm like, does he identify as being a chick? Like, I didn't feel like that was a thing back then, but I mean, I didn't know that's who walked through the door, and she's behind him. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? But then right after that, this girl walks in. This woman walks in. So she walks in, and I'm like blown away. Like, this shit could have did anything she wanted in her life. I mean, anything. I'm talking about that type of beauty that will never, like you have to burn this girl to make. Like, she be 80 still shitting on people. Like, she was that fucking hot. Like, seriously, like that hot. Like, I could have been a model my whole life hot. So she comes in. Turns out this dude that they brought is her boyfriend. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's your boyfriend. No biggie. So they sit on the couch ahead of us, and I'm sitting back there with the girl I'm dating at the time. So we're, just talking, mingling, and I say maybe like an hour or so in, I think we watched some show on TV. I can't remember. Like, most of the stuff about this day is a blank minus this one particular very interesting part of the story. So somehow or another, the girl starts talking about this tattoo she has on her arm. And I really don't know. I really tried to think back and figure out what caused this, but I don't know what happened. So she starts talking about this tattoo on her arm. And apparently the tattoo on her arm is the name of the chick that she was in a relationship with previously. And then she goes on into like how the Lord like delivered her for being gay and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm not gonna make comments or opinions on. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, it's interesting. You used to be gay. All right, cool. You know, like, but I'm still maintaining. Like, I'm doing it well for the team. I'm like, I ain't gonna mess this up. I got this. I'm under control. But then she starts getting into very graphic detail about her previous relationship. Like, oh yeah, I would come home and she would just throw me on the bed and eat me out and pick me up and I'm like looking over at the chick, right? Because like the girl I'm dating is like right next to me, so I'm like looking over at her like am I the only one hearing this shit? Like what? What are you saying? So I'm like looking over. So I'm like, at this point, I don't even want to look ahead of me no more. Like, where this girl sitting, I don't want to even look no more. I'm like, oh my God. Like, part of me is like, yo, you should stop. Like, we're like in a Christian college campus. Like, this don't seem appropriate for the church. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, yo, you gonna get us all sent to hell right now. Like, every last one of us getting sent to hell, especially with thoughts going on in my head. And she just keeps going. I mean, like, full on, like, soft porn level. Like, it was like, are you writing a novel? Are you testing it out right now? Because shit is working. And it really was getting to the point where it was like, I ain't give no fuck. Like, I almost forgot that girl was there for a second. I'm like, I only know you like 3 weeks. Like, you can go the fuck on. Like, it ain't that serious. I'm already down in this relationship a little bit. You can kick rocks. That's what was going on in my head. But clearly this girl already has a dude with her, so I can't make no move. So I'm really at a lose-lose here. At this point, I realize that the girl I'm with ain't the level of woman that I want in my life, to be fair. It was sitting across from me, and that wasn't going to happen, so I just had to maintain throughout the rest of the night. So I'm wearing sweats. That kind of goes back to how the story relates to what I was saying at the beginning. So, deep breath. In the midst of all this talking, they decided they wanted to go somewhere else. I can't remember where it was. I don't remember we were going to eat. We were going to do something, but we needed to get up. Well, as you may be able to imagine, and hopefully some of you guys will sympathize with me on this, it was a little hard for me to get up. A little hard, to say the least. Yeah, I was all the way out. Like, it was to the point where I needed to cross my legs. Like, my dick was like, the shit was putting in overtime. The shit was putting in overtime. So I'm like sitting there, I got my legs crossed like as hard as I can, like no pun intended, but that was funny. I'm like in fear, cause I'm like, yo, if I get up like this, there's no way I'm not getting noticed. Like, there's no way no one's gonna not notice that I am rock hard right now off listening to this girl's stories. So they get up. I'm basically like, nah, man, I wanna finish watching the show. And I'm like squeezing my legs. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm like almost rocking in my chair, squeezing my legs, like trying to think of like the most disgusting shit I could think of to calm down. Like, I don't know if any of you dudes out there have ever done that shit, but I was like full on panic mode. So the girl gets up next to me. She's like, no, for real, like, come on. And she's like pulling my arm, like, nah, man. You're like, yo, chill. Like, you doing the most. Like, chill out. I'm trying to watch the end of this. Like, I had to like fake like an argument just to prevent from like having to stand up for like 5 minutes. So they're literally standing up and having a full on conversation while I'm like thinking about like fat dudes and thongs or whatever crazy shit I could think of. Hope it worked. That shit was not working. Trust me, it got overrode. Every time I try to think about whatever type of disgusting shit I could think of, I just thought about this fine ass chick and her possibly fine ass girlfriend, and that shit would just start the whole cycle over again. So finally I get up, and we do whatever we're doing, and it's getting pretty late. I got school in the morning, so I'm getting ready to leave. Well, like I said, back then, this was right before I got my next car, so I was gonna have to catch the bus to get home. Which, I wasn't stunned or whatever, but that's why I was kind of like on the time limit too. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta bounce. I gotta get to class at like 10 or something, so I need to go. So the girl who came, her best friend, was driving, and she offers my girlfriend. Well, she was my girlfriend, but the girl I'm dating says my friend can take you home. Okay, yes, I love this idea. This is a brilliant idea. I'm gonna feel really bad for leaving you soon, but this was a great idea that you had. You're clearly smarter than I am, because my dick is doing all the work right now. So I'm like, nah, I try to play it real quick. I'm like, nah, she ain't gotta. I mean, if she want to, but I ain't, she ain't gotta do it. She's like, yeah, I can take you. So I told her where I was staying. She's like, all right, cool. So we all get in the car. Now, me being the guy I am, I'm sitting in the back, yeah, because she got in the front, her friend's driving, I'm sitting in the back, the dude she's dating sitting in the back, which is even weirder. Now I'm like, yo, I can definitely take your girl. So they try to figure out the order how we gonna drop people off, and I tell them, I'm like, well, look, since the girl I'm dating stays on campus, I think we should clearly drop her off first. And she was saying that her dude lived right around the corner, and he was like 2 seconds away. She was gonna definitely drop him off. He was like, oh yeah, I'm so tired, I'm ready to go. I'm like, damn, you ain't get no pussy. You are a whatever. So anyway, he was like ready to go home. I'm like, boy, no, I would, no. So I think we ended up dropping him off first, actually. So he gets dropped off first. So now it's just me, the girl I'm dating's friend, and the girl I'm dating. That's it. So I'm like, look, well, I live the furthest. Where do you stay? And it turns out she was gonna live even further than I did, but going the same direction I went. So I'm like, okay, well, we just dropped the girl I'm dating off, and then you could just take me home. And then the girl I'm dating is like, nah, how about we take you home? Then she comes back to campus to drop me off, and then she goes home. I'm like, nah, man, I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea one bit. I mean, let's think about gas here. Like, who's gonna pay for her gas? Like, that's dumb. She's doing double work. Like, she needs to get home. We need to worry about her being able to get up in the morning. This ain't fair. So I literally was like, man, I'm like, nah, man, I ain't appreciating what y'all doing to her right now. I feel like we taking advantage of her. We shouldn't be doing it. Yo, I was faking so fucking hard. I was like, nah, man, this ain't right, man. What we doing to her, man, this not cool, yo. She should be allowed to just go about her way. This is an extra trip you making her make. Like, I was really getting upset. She was like, nah, it's cool. Like, I agree with her. Like, we can take you home. I'll come back. I'm like, man, no. But ultimately, I got dropped off. Then she went back to her spot, even though she was trying to get out when I got out. She was like, oh, well, let me give you a hug. I'm like, nah, you done fucked it up for me and your friend. Now you can go back home. This shit is over. Matter of fact, that relationship ended like 3-4 days after that. I was like, I'm gonna be real. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to date this girl knowing she got a friend like this out in the wild. I'm talking about, we not going on double dates. We can't go to the movies. We can't go clubbing. We can't go drinking. Anything we do is gonna probably get me to slip up and hit on your friend, and it's gonna fuck everything up. And like I said, there are angels on this planet. That girl was definitely one of them. She was definitely one of them. But yo, that's why to this day, man, I really don't wear sweats, man. I feel like you never know when you're gonna be in another situation like that. You might fuck it up for yourself. So now I've learned the rules to the game. Only if I'm going to work out, come back home, do a little work in the backyard, do some work where I'm gonna be getting dirty or something like that. Other than that, man, I will not wear sweats. I'm not going to work in those sweats. I'm not going out in those sweats. Like, I've learned a very, very valuable lesson about sweatpants and hard dicks. It just don't work. So yo, man, hopefully y'all enjoy that story. Like I said, sorry about this one being late. I really did actually film it on time. I promise low key. I was filming it on time. Did it twice. Third time's gonna be a charm. I'm gonna get it posted. So I appreciate any and all support that I can get on these, man. I'm not doing this necessarily for views or hits or anything like that. I'm really doing it because I enjoy it, and it's good for me to kind of have something to go back and document some of the crazy shit that I've seen, been through, and done, honestly. And it kind of paints the picture of who I am as a person. I mean, yeah, I'm fallible. I make mistakes. I make fuck ups. I mean, ultimately, that girl could have ended up turning out to be a really good wife for somebody. Who knows? I doubt it. I doubt it because she was a freak. But you never know, right? So that's it, man. I will catch you guys next time on Second Saturday Stories. I can't say that right. We're going to do this over again. Second Saturday Stories. Boom. There we go. Without biting my tongue. And I'll catch you guys next time. I guess the next time will be what? Sometime in July. So second Saturday in July. I will be there. You be there. Till next time. Peace.